Well, hello, good people. How's everybody doing? I hope your 2023 has started well. Today I'm going to go on a little walk. First big walk of 2023. I'm going to walk from Ramsgate to Margate along the Kentish coast here in East Kent. And we've got Broadstairs in between, so let's get going. I got to catch the train back from Margate, so I cannot be late today. Right, well, as you can see, it's frosty today. It was -0 last night. It's probably about 2 or 3 at the moment. I don't think it's going to get much higher than this. So the sea and the sand are all white and frosty. That's all right. It's sunny. It's not very windy today, so it's actually a good day. I don't mind the cold when it's sunny and there's no wind. I'm all layered up. I've got my new Smart Wool thermals on. They are excellent. And I have a new pair of gloves. The other thing I was going to do today, I was going to make this a Spotter's Handbook walk. So that's the Spotter's Handbook there. You can get that from Merrick Larwood's Cool Dude Walking Club website or YouTube channel. Basically, it makes your walk a little game. So there's different categories within the book, things like the coast or towns, and then there's things within each of those categories that you can spot. And if you see them, they're worth a certain amount of points. Usually the rarer things are worth more. So I'm going to try and film everything I see that's in the guide and then tally up my score at the end and see what I get. So you may have noticed I filmed a post box back there, and you may be wondering why. Well, I don't know if you've ever noticed, but post boxes, they're sort of named after the monarch that's in power when they install the post box. You'll see a lot of ER2s, obviously, now. The oldest one is the VR, Queen Victoria, which is when they first were installed in her reign. Those are definitely around. But the rarest ones are the Edward VIII's, because obviously Edward was only in power, or he was only the king for, I can't remember, a few months, and then he abdicated. So there are some around, and incredibly Ramsgate has one right by the seafront in the center of town, sort of. So yes, that is extremely rare, and I decided just to get a video of that to prove they do exist. And that sign back there for the Thanet greenhouse, which is now English Heritage sponsored. Well, that is from an old manor home that was there. That was owned by a very wealthy Jewish banker and financier named Moses Montefiore. And Sir Moses, when he made a bunch of money, he bought this nice manor home here in Ramsgate on the cliffs. And he bought this house around 1820, something like that, 1830s, when Ramsgate was sort of very fashionable and quite the place to be, I think, at that time. It was a very fashionable Victorian seaside town, so I think it was probably on the up back then. And anyway, he had this huge estate and manor home and everything. And now today, in 2023, all that's left of it is this little greenhouse, which was made into a cafe. I'm not sure if it is still a cafe that you can go into and eat. And you see like old parts of like the walls, the stone walls that were around the house and everything. There's just a couple tiny outlying buildings, but I believe the synagogue is still there. They made a synagogue there for people, and I'm pretty sure that is still there, and you can go in there by appointment. So we're approaching Dumpton now, the Dumpton Gap, sort of the bit between Ramsgate and Broadstairs, and it's where the cliffs go all the way down on either side of each other to the sea. I'm not going to walk in Broadstairs today, as I just want to keep time, but Broadstairs is a really nice little town, perfect place to stop if you need to stop. There's all sorts of little pubs and restaurants and all that stuff if you need it, but we'll continue on to Margate. Likes cauliflower. You can smell it too. So we're passing Joss Bay. Again, at low tide, you can actually walk along the beach to the next bay, which is Kingsgate Bay. Kingsgate Bay is probably the most picturesque because it has a, well, you'll see it, a nice little rock with a hole in it. Everyone likes, but yes, we're taking the high road here. So I've just stopped here inside the cliff, and I'm gonna sit down and have some lunch. Hopefully no rocks fall on me. Lunch is a ham sandwich I made at home, some cucumber, a little baby bell cheese, and some red Leicester mini cheddars. This is my view, the empty tidal pool. Well, lunch is finished and I'm making my way around the beach here in Margate town. I think this is the back of the Winter Gardens Theater. I believe the Beatles themselves played there back in the early 60s. Alright, well, we've made it. I'm just in front of the Turner Contemporary Art Museum here in Margate. Pretty short walk, actually. I made it in about 4 hours. Right, so that's that. Made it to Margate. Plenty of time to spare. It took a lot less time than I expected, actually. Very accessible walk, lots of pavement, to be honest, so you could go quite quick. Also, been doing this, so let's get home and tally up everything and see what we scored. And apologies about the hair, I just can't get that to fall back down. Hello, back at home now with my handbook. Just finished adding up my score, and it is a respectable 53 points. Not too bad. Usually the longer, the more varied the walk, the more points you get. Anyway, thank you again for watching. We'll see you later. Bye bye.